Now, over the years, the Decathlon brand has really upped their running shoe game, and they've started to develop some very interesting shoes indeed, including this one. So this is the new Evadict MT Cushion 2 trail running shoe. You guys have also been asking that I test and review more products from the brand, so in today's video we are doing exactly that, and I'm going to be lacing these up and taking them out for their first spin. Now, this is a trail shoe with lots of great features, but it also has a matrix upper construction, and you get all of those features and that upper design for under £90 here in the UK, which I personally think looks like incredibly good value. So let's dive into the video and find out how they perform. Welcome back, folks, and thanks for joining us for another video. Hope you are all fit and well out there in YouTube world. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. So in today's video we are reviewing a shoe from Decathlon's Evadict trail running range, and I've actually just got back from a couple of days out in France, in Annecy, filming a few videos for the Decathlon brand. I had a great time. We were pretty busy but met some great people, and we got to film in some stunning locations. Now, I can't tell you too much about what happened, but hopefully we can tell you a little bit more about it in the future. Right, before we head out on the run, I'm just going to give you a few facts and figures, and we're going to break down the construction in a bit more detail of the new MT Cushion 2 trail running shoe. So first up, you can pick a pair of these up for the great price of $89.99, which I personally think can only be a good thing in the crazy world of running shoe prices these days. My pair in a UK 9 weighs in at 310 grams, and they run off a 4mm heel offset. So you get a stack height of 22mm under the heel and 18mm under the forefoot. I tried them on indoors just to check the sizing out, and I would say they're true to size, but they are quite narrow when it comes to the width in the toe box. I mentioned it briefly in the intro that the shoe utilises matrix fabric, so we've got a toe box made 100% out of matrix. Now, this is made using polyester threads that are coated in polyurethane, so what that gives you is a lightweight, highly breathable yet super durable upper material. We've got a good level of padding around the ankle collar and in the gusseted tongue, and we got some pretty substantial structure in the back end of the shoe from this nice sturdy heel cradle. Lots of overlays going on that upper, wrapping around the ankle collar, down by the laces, and wrapping around the toe box. And Evadict have even thrown in a good level of protection in the toe for good measure. Moving down, and you get a 100% kaolin sole midsole construction, and Decathlon claim that this foam is going to give you 18% more cushioning and 57% more energy return, but at the same time it's going to be nice and durable, so you should get lots of comfortable miles out on the trails. And finally, flipping them over to reveal a very impressive looking outsole design with this nice chunky 5mm lug depth. So on the forefoot there, we've got these nice forward facing lugs that are going to give you lots of bite, lots of traction when you're running on the flats or uphill. And then on the back of the shoe, on the heel, we've got these reverse facing chevrons that are really going to bite in and supply you with lots of traction when you're running down steep descents. Decathlon also claim that the rubber compound has been improved, and this is going to offer you a lot more grip when you're running on rocky or wet rocky trails. So there you have it, the brand new Evadict MT Cushion 2 trail running shoe from Decathlon. Now, it's been a long time since I've run in a pair of running shoes from the Decathlon brand, and I gotta say, it looks like they really have come a long way, and they're putting a lot of development into their new runners. I put this on indoors, it felt great on my feet, and I also think the design looks pretty good. Now, I know it is a white colorway and it's going to trigger a lot of you, and I'm not a massive fan of white shoes, and it's not going to stay white for long here in the UK, but I think the design is pretty cool. But the real test comes when we run in the shoes, and that is exactly what we're going to do now. So we'll see you guys out on the trails. Okay, so we made it out onto the Towers, and it looks like I've brought the sunshine back from Annecy. I can't believe I've still got my sun god sunglasses on, and it is the 7th of October, and the weather is amazing out here. The towns look spectacular and the ocean looks incredible. I'm actually filming this on a Friday, and this is my first run of the week. So I headed off to Annecy on Tuesday, pretty much spent the whole day traveling. Then Wednesday was taken up with filming all day. And then on Thursday, filmed another video in the morning. And then it was back to the airport and back home. So I can't believe I was out in the stunning mountains of Annecy and I never got to run. So the plan for tonight's run is to try and get in the usual sort of 10K, 7 miles, although I have started later than I wanted. And the sun's going down already. So we're gonna see how we get on. We might have to push on a bit. And I'll try and film as much as possible, but so far so good. I have to keep reminding myself that this shoe retails for $89.99. I mean, first impressions, that's incredibly good value. We are crushing this run, so that's just over 4 miles done already. The legs are feeling great. I think after that little rest with the going away and filming, it's done me the world of good. As far as the shoe goes, the first thing I've got to talk about is the fit, so definitely true to size. And it really reminds me of the brilliant Saucony Peregrine 13, really hugging my midfoot. I was worried that the heel was a little bit too shallow, but now I'm running in it, it feels really locked in the heel. And actually, even performance-wise, it feels really similar to that Peregrine. We got the same 4mm offset. We've obviously got that aggressive 5mm lugged outsole, and the level of cushioning in the midsole, again, very similar underfoot to the Peregrine, which, if you think, you know, the Peregrine 13 is what, 130 pounds, and this shoe under 90 pounds. And like I said, pretty much identical in fit and performance. Going really well so far. So with the Cornish sun setting behind me and Cornwall looking pretty fantastic on this autumn evening, the run is nearly done, and what can I say apart from wow, wow, wow. You know, my expectations weren't high for this shoe, and I thought because it's a super affordable price point, I'd have to lower those expectations, but I'm comparing shoes that are double the price of these, and I'm still impressed with this on every level. So let's get back to the studio and we're going to break down the performance of the MT Cushion 2 trail shoe in a bit more detail. How mega does it look back there, eh? Incredible. What an incredible evening we had for this evening's run. Amazing views across the towns there, and it was great to stretch the legs out and sort of clear the head after a busy couple of days with all the travelling and the filming. Because when we were out in Annecy, it was actually a complete film crew we had, so a completely new experience for me, and if I'm honest, it was a little bit nerve-wracking to begin with. I always say it's great to sort of challenge yourself, especially pushing out of your comfort zone, and I was definitely doing that. But I actually ended up really enjoying the whole experience. So I ended up covering 7.5 miles on this evening's run, and I've got to say it, I enjoyed every single one of them. My legs felt strong, felt like I had lots of energy as well, but more importantly, the shoes ran really well and a lot better than I was expecting. I've run in quite a few trail shoes of a similar price point, and I've got to be honest, you can tend to tell they are a cheaper price shoe just by the way they sort of feel and perform, but that really wasn't the case in the MT Cushion 2 trail. They felt pretty premium when it comes to the fit, that midsole cushioning and the performance. The upper locked down really nicely around my midfoot, but most importantly, it stayed locked down throughout the run, and I felt super secure in the heel. Like I've already mentioned though, it is a very narrow fitting trail shoe, so there's not a lot of width in that toe box, and it does pinch in quite tight towards the end, and it cuts in quite narrow at the midfoot. So all them features are perfect for my foot shape, and like I said, it fitted my foot like a glove. But I would say if you've got a fair bit of width or volume to your foot, then maybe this isn't the trail shoe for you. The Outsole midsole seemed to give me a really good balance between comfort and performance. Now I wouldn't call these a deeply cushioned trail shoe, but still felt plush underfoot on the sections of tarmac I had to run, and it gave me good levels of underfoot protection on the rocky trails. But at the same time, it felt nice and flexible and nice and responsive on the technical stuff. So I felt really confident in my footing and super stable. That chunky, aggressive 5mm lugged outsole seemed to offer great levels of traction in all the soft sand and on the loose trails. Obviously, it was very dry out there tonight, so I didn't get to test that rubber compound when it comes to grip on sort of wetter trails or wet rocky trails. Hopefully, we can get some wet miles in them before we do our full in-depth review in the Evadict shoe. Right, wrapping up with a quick conclusion after my first run, and I am very impressed indeed with how the MT Cushion 2 trail shoe ran today. I find it hard to believe that they've created a shoe that feels and performs the way it does. The fact that they use matrix fabric in that upper construction, and that's something that I've only really seen on trail shoes sort of £140 or above, and they've done all that for a price point of under £90. I really do think that's very impressive, and it's a bit of a breath of fresh air in the crazy running shoe world at the moment. Obviously, these are just my first impressions after today's run, and it's going to be great to get some more miles in the shoes over the coming weeks. It'd also be great to hear from you guys. So if you've got a pair of the Evadict shoes and you've clocked up some good mileage, get in the comments below and let us know all about how it is performing. But that is a wrap on today's video. Really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Only takes a second to do, but it really is a big help to the channel. We'll be back very soon with some more exciting running content. But as always, stay safe and keep on running. Now, over the years, the Decathlon brand has really upped their shoe running. Fitting well out there in YouTube world. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. So in today's video we are reviewing a shoe from Decathlon.